and welcome to the Women's Business Workshop podcast. I'm Robin Walker, business strategist for women growing their own businesses. On this show, we talk about building a business that works for you and your dreams with strategy, structure, and a whole lot of intention. As a business owner, have you found yourself saying, I don't even know if I'm doing this right, or there's so much going on, I don't know what to focus on next? Maybe you're winging certain areas of your business and hoping for the best. And let me just tell you, there is no shame in this. This is how most entrepreneurs are building their businesses. So today we're going to be discussing business ownership and how sometimes you don't know what you don't know. Don't have a business plan? You are not alone. Keep changing your plan? You are not alone. Wonder where the next sale is coming from? You are not alone. That's what we're going to be digging into today, but I'm here to help you elevate your business strategy, to help you get more organized and feel more secure in your business knowledge. Before we get into the episode, I want to invite you into our private group. If you're running a small business and craving more structure, strategy, and support from a coach and other business owners, please check out the Impact Business Circle. It's our monthly mastermind group for women business owners, and inside we meet regularly for accountability, goal setting, coaching, strategy, and you also get access to training and courses that are online in our hub that can help you build a strong business foundation. Things like pricing, customer attraction, systems. If you join now, you also get half off of all one-on-one coaching sessions. The members like to use these to go a little deeper into their strategy. So if you're looking for some guidance and a community that gets it, head to womensbusinessworkshop.com/impact and see if it's the right fit for you. Recently, I had my website updated after many years of a stagnant site. I always felt like it was going to be such a huge project and a huge expense that I kept putting it off. I thought one day I will have the time, the space, the extra cash laying around, and I'd be able to tackle it then. Well, we all know that doesn't ever happen. We don't all of a sudden say, I've got a bunch of time. I have all this leftover money. It usually doesn't happen that way. So fast forward a couple months ago when I had a casual coffee chat with a fellow business owner, somewhat in our area, and it's someone that I didn't know. Through our conversation, I learned that she had an engineering and IT background. She does website design for small business owners, and I really just enjoyed getting to know her and felt like she was a really good fit. So I decided to go for it. I figured there's never a perfect time, right? So before I worked with her, though, I worked with my business coach. And we worked on optimizing my offers, my business plan, and just making sure I had a really clear direction so that I could set my goals for my website based on my business plan and not waste my investment. There's so many clients I work with, and they give me some kind of an excuse for some part of their business that they went all in on without a real plan or a foundation, and now they're having to redo it. Yes, that's going to happen in your business over time. We are going to elevate, we are going to grow, we're going to scale, and we are going to need to update everything. I do see business owners often jumping ahead and choosing things that aren't the right fit for right now. So the project is now complete. I only had her do the homepage for now and teach me about some different back-end SEO things for my website because I knew my capacity right now was not for a website overhaul. I really just for now needed the homepage. Can I tell you, I learned so much from her. I didn't realize how much I was leaving on the table, how much of my site was not set up correctly, and what SEO I was leaving behind. I just didn't know what I didn't know. I thought I had everything set up the way I needed it to be set up, but I needed to speak to an expert to know what I was leaving behind. So when you're thinking of what comes next, just know you have time for what you make time for. I found the time, I found the funding, and I made the space to get this done. It was a lot of deep thinking for me. It was a lot of strategy. Luckily, I enjoy that. But it was a process. I see this as a coach so often. And of course, I didn't think it applied to me. As we've talked before, many of you guys started your business and learned along the way. This is totally normal. However, if you aren't aware of what you could be doing, and I don't say should be doing, because I don't believe there's a one-size-fits-all business model, but sometimes we just aren't aware of what we don't know. At one of our past Impact Mastermind retreats, we went over business model types and coordinating growth strategies. It was an education. That was the point of it, to teach our members things they may not know. A member came up after me and said, literally, I didn't know what I didn't know. This has really changed my thinking about my business. And you can't expect to know everything about business and have all of your industry expertise that you have. No one's expecting you to know everything about both. We can learn along the way. However, sometimes you get to a point that you do need someone else to tell you what you're missing. I heard someone say, and I wish I could remember who it was, that coaching yourself is like trying to read the label from the inside of the jar. You are so deep in your business that it's really hard to have a clear view. And this even comes from a coach. This is me saying this. I have a coach in multiple areas of my life and my business, because you can't coach yourself. And the other phrase that comes up all the time in our membership groups when I'm coaching is the old thing about the shoemaker's kids that don't have shoes. We can't coach ourselves. If there's something you're really good at, often you're really good at it for other people, and it's hard to apply it to yourself. And just so you know, that's normal. That's where the saying came from, and that's why people still know what it is hundreds of years later. Most of you have a special skill set, a certification, or an expertise, and it's not in business building or planning. The important thing is that you're a responsible business owner and you keep learning and keep getting support so that you can keep growing. So why shouldn't you just hire bits and pieces here and there as your support strategy? Because you don't have a foundation and it will be misaligned. There's no sense hiring a social media manager if you do not have a clear and aligned business model and strategy. Another common one is building a website when you've never worked with a business consultant or coach and you've been winging everything. Your website needs to be based on your business plan, your foundation, and not a whim or based on a template. Your web designer is limited by the strength of your business knowledge and plan. Same with your social media manager. They can't work with what you can't give them. So you're actually limiting their potential for success for what you're hiring them for. I also see this a lot with raising prices. People want to raise prices. They've been told they're underpriced. Maybe their clients are saying, oh, you could totally charge more for this. But they decide to raise prices without a clear strategy or client-friendly messaging or a purpose to your pricing. In our mastermind group, this is a conversation that happens a lot, and the members are great at helping with different wording or what they see in their industry as different trends for pricing. If you're trying to do it by yourself on a whim, you're missing out on the knowledge of what you don't know. So you need to get an underlying foundation, a business strategy, and a plan before hiring bigger projects. It doesn't mean that this foundation or strategy won't change, but at least it's aligned and it's focused and intentional, and you're starting as you mean to go on. So you may be asking yourself, so how do I find out what I don't know? Number one, educate yourself on local requirements and policies for businesses in your municipality. Follow local city and state pages and get on their newsletters so that you can stay up to date. So you're educating yourself on what a business owner needs to do in your community. Number two, surround yourself with other successful business owners, especially those outside of your industry. A lot of times we're in communities with other industry peers, which definitely has its value and is important. However, when you are with business owners that are outside of your industry, it really provides a more varied community, varied areas of expertise, and then it's not the same conversation over and over again and the same ideas, the same structure. If you really want to stand out in your business, it's harder to do that if you're building your business in a vacuum. Number 3 is to hire a coach or a consultant that is business owner specific and has experience with many different levels of business and business type. Some of you are getting your business advice from a spouse who maybe doesn't even run a business or own a business. Yes, we love them, but get your advice from a professional. Life coaches can be really great for mindset, for other issues in your life, but they're not business coaches. Same with social media managers. They're not a business coach. Their experience lies in social media. So some coaching topics that maybe you haven't thought about that could help if you hire a coach. Obviously, determining and documenting your business model. This is huge. Having some kind of business plan. This business model, business plan is going to lead you to where you will get the most out of your marketing time and money. Maybe you're great at what you do, but you're wondering, why aren't more people buying from me? There could be some misalignments in your foundation and your messaging that a coach can help you with. Content strategy. We mentioned about social media managers. They are fantastic at what they're doing. I'm not going to come and take a TikTok video for you at your business. But as your business coach, I can help you come up with your strategy. What are your goals for the next 90 days for your content? What kind of things is your business special for? Where's your expertise? What does your clients need to know to move them through your client journey? That's what we can work on together. And then you send that information to your social media managers and they can work their expertise in their zone of genius. A huge one too is optimizing offers and pricing. If you're pulling this out of the air and just hoping for the best, you're missing out on a lot of sales psychology, pricing psychology, and strategy that is in business as far as offers and pricing. There's a lot that goes into that. Obviously, there's a lot of other things you could do with a coach or a consultant, but those are just some ideas of things you might be doing by yourself that are going to be a better use of your time. To have those conversations with a coach versus trying to just fling things against the wall. Most business owners I know are winging some part of their business, and sometimes we have to do that, whether it's the phase of business we're in financially, we're trying to figure things out, but don't have it all. And if you're going to spend some money, spend it on your foundation versus jumping ahead to something that's just going to be a bad fit because you don't have your foundation documented. If you're feeling like you're figuring this all out on your own, or maybe you're realizing there are parts of your business that you're just guessing at, you're not alone. The truth is, like we said, we don't know what we don't know, and that's exactly why support matters. If you're ready to get some clarity and see where things really stand in your business, the best place to start is with a business analysis session. This is a one-on-one where we take a look at the foundation of your business, what's working, what's missing, what could be stronger, so you know exactly what to focus on next. It's not about piling more on your plate. It's about making sure that the work you're already doing is moving you in the right direction. There's no point at which you say, I'm ready to do this session. That's the point of it. We meet you where you are and make sure from here forward, you're spending your time wisely. So if that sounds like the kind of support you're needing, head to the show notes and book your business analysis session. I would love to help you get a clear, confident game plan for what's next.